Okay. Cloud Foundry Foundation Technical Oversight Committee for 20th of December 2022. How did that happen? Agenda for today, we have an update from the app runtime platform working group. Some actions from last week. Well, actually none. PRs and then any other business. Floor is yours, Amelia.
Great. Okay, let's see. Not a lot here. We'll go through it. I think the most exciting thing is that we're continuing to add approvers. So adding approvers in 3 areas, and we've gotten our first reviewer. So we've never used the reviewer role. We're actually kind of still not using it. We'll get to that in a second, but we have people who want to be reviewers, and that's exciting. They're all from SAP, and they're all going into areas that don't have any SAP approvers. So this is like a great step. Like, I think my past many approval or updates have been like, by the way, we're still all VMware in these areas. I'm like, no, it's not true. Now I think the only area that's not all VMware is docs, which is its own thing. So very exciting. The things that I think the biggest like kind of technical thing that I've been talking about as a community has been AZ aware routing. Dominic Froelich, I think, is the one who brought up the GitHub issue from SAP, and it sounds like from SAP's point of view, that what they're trying to accomplish is routing where it's smarter when an AZ falls over, so like if one AZ goes down, it doesn't retry routes of the same AZ, so if like one endpoint doesn't like, hey, I realized that endpoint was an AZ1, I'm going to try one in AZ2 this time. So it does like a little bit of smarter failover. And then from the VMware side, one of the things that we've been looking at is how to reduce latency via AZ aware routing. So how can you have gorouter safely say, oh, I want to like, err towards routes in my AZ to make the request shorter by default. I think the AZ fallover one is a much simpler and much lower risk. And the defaulting to the one in your own has a lot of risks. And so we've been chatting about that, and there's a lot of, or I've posted, we've talked about it in our working groups, and then I've posted about it in the GitHub issue. So, okay. And let's see, the thing we're still struggling with is we don't assign reviewers or approvers automatically. I was doing it through projects like kind of just by myself for a while, but then, I'm out or I forget, and also it's not very fun, so I don't like doing it. It's just not a great system. And so we've been looking into options of how we can get them assigned automatically for both issues and PRs, ideally in the same way. I don't know. I'm curious if you all know how other working groups do it. If not, Patrick Lowin from SAP has volunteered to like look into options and has started an issue. I think it's in the community org. So I tagged all the other working group leads yesterday just to say like, how is everyone else handling this? Ultimately, I could see if we decide on something that other working groups want to use, I could see doing something with our automation because it looks like it might need to be like a per repo change. And I know we have over 100 repos, and I think other places do too. So those are my biggest updates about our working group. Any questions from the TOC?
No, just comment. Yes, please. On the AZ aware routing, this is a thing that the PAS team, the GovUK PAS team has struggled with, and we have tried to solve for ourselves in the past, and eventually got.
Which one of the two are you interested in? The failover or the lowering latency?
Failover. Latency is not really a concern for us, but yeah, we've had major problems in the past where one AZ has been partially degraded in AWS, and we have our own systems for dealing with this now, but it would be nice if there was something built into Cloud Foundry.
Another update that SAP just PR'd in that emerged this morning was making the number of retries configurable, because what they found is like it would retry 3 times, or maybe 3 attempts, I'm not sure. And they would all be in the same AZ. So they've at least extended that out so you can have more retries.
I didn't even know it did that today, to be honest. I don't know the
Well,
terms
it
of the
hasn't been
go
cut
router
yet.
very well.
So,
Okay. There we go. Fair enough. Yeah, no questions from me. Anyone else?
If I recall it correctly, you said last time something about IPv6 exploration. Is there still something in the plan?
Yes, we're working on that on the VMware side right now. Seeing what it's like if we put an IPv6 to IPv4 load balancer in front of Cloud Foundry. So it's like the absolute minimum that we could do to say, yes, we support some amount of IPv6. The 2 IaaSs that we're focusing on is going to be AWS and vSphere for testing. And yeah, we're in the middle of it right now. Nothing, I mean, we're just standing things up right now. Nothing to report back,
Okay.
but I'll take that as a note to make sure that we record it in an open source place and share it out.
Yeah, I can also talk to Patrick. I think Patrick was doing also something in that direction to find out. And you don't have any plans to look into the outgoing connections, whether there is something?
No, not yet.
Any more for any more?
Is there anything else we can help you with, Amelia, or other people in the working group?
You know, once we start doing those approvers automation, I'll look for someone to write some really nice automation and maintain it for us.
Okay. Yeah, let's move on then. Actions from last week, there aren't any. So that was nice and easy. PRs, we have a bunch in here that are lots of little things. But I didn't know if 498 that Amelia raised needed our attention in the short term. I'm guessing not. As in today.
Is that the one about like issues and PRs and stuff like that? Yeah, no, doesn't need any. Just I would love your thoughts at some point and just trying to start a conversation.
Okay.
Yep.
Right then, on to 501. I think these are mostly we can just run through and probably merge these. They looked like they had majority approvals at the start. So yeah, 501, adding Cloud Foundry Health Checker to application runtime platforms working group. It already has its approvals, so I'll go ahead and merge that eventually when my screen stops moving about. Cool. 500 then. This is in the same boat. Already got majority approval. So merge and merge. 499. Stephan.
Yep, I commented on it. I mean, it's there should be a contributor added, and there are the approvals by the area. So I think content-wise, everything is clear. And now we need somebody who presses the merge button. Usually it should be the working group leads. That means Greg. But we can also do it here in the TOC. So I would be fine with merging it. But yeah. I would be surprised if Greg has something against it.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, it seems like a reasonably uncontroversial change
Okay.
to me.
Mhm.
It's been enough time for Greg to disagree, I think.
Okay, I approve it.
Yeah, same.
Then
Just wait for the last one. Just needs one last approval.
okay, Beyhan, can you approve as well? Then we have everyone. Then we have 3. interesting. We need 3 of the TOC, but Greg alone would be good enough according to the rules.
I guess that kind of makes sense. Greg's more closely tied to his working area than we are.
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
Good,
I thought I am not required.
There we go. Merged and merged. That was 499 onto 496. Add app runtime deployment meeting details. I'm going to assume that link is right. I mean, it'd be quite hard to check.
Yeah, I did my best.
I'm quite willing to trust that it's right, so I'll approve. And merged. 488 then. Oh, this was something that I think wanted Ruben's attention, but he's not here today, so that can wait till next time, seeing as it's already been there for 2
I think
weeks.
it also does need a CLA approval. It's not covered.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, so I'll leave that for now. 497. Yes, I wasn't sure what to do with this one. I didn't know if it needed more thought or whether we could just go ahead and merge. I wasn't clear.
So this is only about fixing the link to the contributing. And also I noticed that on that page, the working group processes and this also at that link. Yeah.
I think it was Eric's
Yeah,
comment that
I mentioned, right. I didn't have time when I was commenting to just suggest a revision that revise that following sentence to remove the link, but also make sense. So I think for the time being, we could just revise that to say that the TOC can create or dissolve working groups. So we could leave it open while one of us has time to contribute a revision like that, just to remove the stale link, but also still be roughly correct.
Okay, that's fine then. We will address that one again next time.
I can update and then update the PR with the suggestion. Yeah.
Okay. That brings to the end of the PRs that I found. Does anybody have any others they want to address? Nope.
I noticed on the working groups page, the one which summarizes all the working groups, we don't have anything about the recordings. I talked to some people, they think it will be useful to have maybe information where they could find the recordings.
Do you mean under, was it TOC/README or something?
You'll see working groups, and then there is a working group, and which summarize all the working groups and meetings and dates and so on.
Yeah, that's
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will look into create a PR to extend the page with recordings.
We'll pick that up next time. Okay. Any other business?
I have an update on the PR about branch protection. I made the required contribution to the tool, and now I'm waiting on a review for that. So I managed to make happy all the automations they have and checks. And now, I need a review on that.
Oh, so sounds like we'll have some movement on that probably by end of January then, maybe.
I don't know how fast they react. I don't know. No.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not expecting move soon, given what time of year it is. But yeah, at least that sounds like we'll at least get some progress. Anything else? No. Cool. Just a reminder, we don't have a TOC meeting next week because that is the 27th. Then there is one on the 3rd. I'm not here, so if somebody could cover that, that would be much appreciated. And then we are back to full complement on the 10th of January. All good?
Oh, good.
Great.
Cool. Shall we go and have a festive break / back to work / whatever you do for the rest of the day? For me, last thing, and now I'm off until the 5th.
Nice.
I mean, I still have to drive
Okay.
8 hours across the country, but you know. Right.
Okay.
Have a good
then.
one. We'll
Happy
see you next
holidays.
year.
And happy holidays.
Aye,
Yeah.
aye.
Happy holidays, everyone.
You too.
Yeah, good start
Catch
in
you all
the
in a bit.
year. Yeah,
Okay.
see you.
See you.
Bye bye.